Alright. Hey guys. Sorry. I was trying to figure out stuff on the back end this entire time. I was trying to adjust my camera on the back end because it was being real fucking fidgety before I started, and it took way longer than I thought it was going to. Is there actually no audio? Yeah, okay, Spider Dude, you're a dick. Questions. It depends if it's going to just be a billion questions that are just general comic shit. Because those always get kind of boring very, very quickly. I'm trying to decide what I want to do on stream today. I have debated possibly working on merch stuff. I have debated if I want to continue working on the sketch that I was going to do of the party. However, I mean, that sketch of the party gets sadder every single time I think about it. So, hey, thanks for cheering. What's the funniest thing I have found in comics? You know, that's a great question. That's a different kid. Did you get a different fucking kid? It's probably my dark sense of humor, but the first thing that comes to mind is the ending of Lobo's first run. Which, spoiler alert, if you haven't read the first solo run of Lobo, but he's tasked to. There's a little bit of explanation that needs to go into this. So Lobo is the last Zarnian, which is like the race of alien that he is, and he's tasked to bring a prisoner to like this intergalactic police organization, right? Well, he goes to pick her up, and it turns out it is not only another Zarnian, it's his 4th grade English teacher that he hated with a passion. I'm pretty sure, I think he says something about it being her being the reason that he wanted to commit genocide on the whole species. Anyway, his job is to take her across the universe to deliver her to the police force. And they do, and hijinks ensue, and they get trapped in like an intergalactic spelling bee to the death. They fight space Elvis impersonators. They go on vacation for a little while. There's a lot of shit that goes into it, but they go on this like very, very long quest together over the 4 issues that they're being sent out. And Lobo, thank you for the subscription. Lobo, being a mercenary, has been hired to bring this lady in alive, which is very much against his nature, and he does not like it. He's very mad about it consistently, but he does it. He gets her all the way to the place that he's supposed to deliver, and he brings her in front of the intergalactic police force, and he's like, "Here she is. Transfer my credits." And they go, "Absolutely. They were transferred as soon as you walked in the door. Congratulations on a job well completed. Now hand her over." And he goes, "Great," and grabs her and snaps her neck in front of all of them. And goes, "You said get her here alive. I didn't say hand her over." And then he leaves. And I love that so goddamn much. That is my favorite joke in a comic that I have read, and it's beautiful. Thank you for the gifted sub, Invis. Do you have water today? I'm gonna be honest. I had my water bottle around here, and I shit you not, my parents thought that I wanted it at the other location, so they drove it to me somewhere else, and now I don't have my water bottle around here. I need to go and find it though. I still think that's a Power Ranger helmet. It's because it is. That's a Panda Red Power Ranger helmet. That is. I got sent that by a fan. I love it. Should draw your 3-shot character today, so we can see him. No, I shouldn't, because that's gonna reveal what my 3-shot character is, and I don't want that spoiler to be revealed until the day of. Guess I'm gonna need to get water. Yeah, I might. That means I might have to. And I saw that you already queued it in. You gotta wait for me to drink something before you queue that fucking in. Sometimes I don't even have a drink set up. What color are your nails? They're kind of fucked up right now. In fact, both of them are really fucked up right now. I have these 3 are matte black. And then my pinky and my thumb are both gold. Can you see my thumb? There we go. My pinky and my thumb are gold, and then my 3 middle fingers are black. But they're matte black. I need to redo them tonight. They got fucked up because I put them on like last week. It wasn't me this time. How dare you? I know what Matthews is, and I want to know you. You have behind-the-scenes information, Amy. You can't blame me for not sharing. I want a glib to yell at the top of his lungs that the teacher was, but what happened was still great. I could cheat. I very much could cheat. What vegetable gives you bad vibes? Any squash. Any and all squashes. A lot of people know this in my personal life, but I can't eat cooked vegetables. Like it hurts me. I don't like it. It is disgusting, and I can't eat them. I meant where, not there. What? Texture. It's a texture thing. They taste like they're in the mush. I can't deal with the fucking mush. Which Power Ranger is that behind you? It's a fan-made Power Ranger helmet. It's a Panda Red. It's my logo. It's got the gray and then the white, and then it's got the red eyes and ears. It's my logo, but as a Power Ranger helmet. Versus steamed. Steamed hurts me to my fucking core. I would put it as cooked vegetables of almost any kind. If they're mushy in any way, they hate me. Mashed potatoes are fine. Sweet potatoes are fine. It's mostly squashes, carrots, and cabbage that I'll eat vegetables raw for days. I'm not eating that shit. Based off of Wild Force. It probably is. It's probably a bear sort of Power Ranger. I watched Power Rangers as a kid. Mine was Mystic Force, so I don't know whose this is. But here's the thing. My frame doesn't allow you guys to see. I have helmets all up here. There's 4 helmets just off camera. Like you can see that one maybe, but there's helmets all up here. Hold on, can I actually... Let me figure this out for a second. See them in your videos sometimes. Yeah, you can see them up there. Do you read any other books besides comics? I've actually been listening to audiobooks, like a lot of audiobooks recently. I've been really delving into Star Wars books because this is actually a weird story. I started reading Star Wars books because I heard a clip from the novelization of Episode 3 on TikTok. I heard a clip of the first moment that Darth Vader wakes up, and it's and in one burning, glorious moment, you realize that there was no dragon, and that it was only you, that it was only ever you. You are Anakin Skywalker, and this is how it feels to be you forever. And I lost it. I thought that was the coolest shit in the fucking world. So I immediately went and bought the book and listened to the whole fucking thing. And then I immediately bought the Plagueis novel and listened to the whole goddamn thing. And right now I'm listening to Thrawn. I have... Hold on. I have 13 hours of Thrawn left. And I love these fucking books. I'm going to read the entire Thrawn trilogy. I'm probably going to read Tarkin. I love how Star Wars books are written. People forget I'm a huge fucking Star Wars nerd. Like, these are... Stay back. I said stay back. People forget I have this. People forget this is right behind me. I love Star Wars. God damn it. Stay. The dragon motif is there for... I know! It's so fucking cool! They do the dragon motif through the entire thing. The backstory behind it. Literally every single part of the... I have been waiting to meet someone else who has read episode 3 because holy shit, it's so good. It's because Red Hood is such a huge part of your branding. Yeah, that's the thing. People, That's a different kid. Did you get a different fucking... I'm sorry, I need to compress my thoughts here. People think that I'm a very big comic book guy and that comic books are my only thing. I wonder why. But honestly, like, fully honestly, I have been a Star Wars nerd since day one. My first introduction into comics was through Star Wars. I have always been a huge Star Wars guy. In my other room, like in my actual bedroom, I have a Stormtrooper helmet on the wall. I have a whole display of Stormtrooper stuff because I think it's so fucking cool. But, like, the thing everybody always forgets, like, the other shit that I'm into. Because all of this is very heavily tied to my branding. So, like, I have 3, like, sabers right there. Starforged Sabers actually has a saber named after me. Like, I love Star Wars. The worse your aim gets. That is true. That's very true. Listen, I go shooting sometimes on my off days. Like, there's a gun range near my house and everything. And I think one time I wasted like 24 bullets trying to hit one target, and it was only after I got all the Stormtrooper shit, so I think I might have actually been fucking cursed. No shit, what's it called? If you go on to Starforged Sabers, there's a lightsaber called the Panda on there. It's black and gold. It's... Would you do more Star Wars skits? Listen, the reason I don't delve into Star Wars related comedy is that Star Wars is a fucking battlefield. If I go out there, I'm gonna die. There is a high likelihood that I'm gonna get murdered if I go out there and start spouting my opinions. Have I watched Tales of the... Fuck! Yes, I've watched Tales of the Jedi. It's great! It's awesome! I love it. And especially after reading episode 3 and knowing, like, Dooku's motivations and everything, watching more Dooku content is insane. It's crazy to me how much Dooku is in, like, everything. Dooku's a super important character and is kind of just the bad guy in the Clone Wars. And in all of the books, he's got, like, a major fucking role. Like, he's a main character in Plagueis. I'm currently watching through Andor.
Different fucking kid.
Matthew doesn't post Star Wars content despite liking the franchise. The fans are terrifying. Listen, I I love fan bases, and I think that any fan base can be positive. However, I don't want to get bullied off of social media. This is my job. So I really don't want to get bullied off of social media for like popping up and being like, oh, I think that you could possibly use the dark side as a good person and not the Mace Windu way. Like, I feel like if I pop out with opinions like that, I'm going to get fucking killed. I was able to post that shit when I was smaller. Like, there's a early post that I made where I said I want a Star Wars property where the main character is a Sith. But he is a Sith that doesn't delve into the parts of the Sith legend that is questing for power, but it's the part that delves into the passion and love that you have for other people. And that's the dark side is a slippery slope, but initially you draw power on passion. Nowhere in the code it says things about being evil or hateful or any of that. And I'm like, I want to see something like that. But also, depending on how much Legends shit you take as canon, that's also not true. So, See, you guys got me started on a rant this fucking early, I swear. Now I gotta get through all of this shit. The Panda Saber, holy shit, that looks cool. Fade the money, inspired by. I don't think it's called the Panda. Is it called the Panda Saber? I just thought it was called the Panda on Starforged Sabers. I don't know. Someone who's a massive nerd thing. Oh yeah, this is the thing they're a nerd about. Nerd about one thing. Listen, man, I have so much nerd shit. When I tell people I have a D&D podcast, they look at me funny because they're like, I thought you were the comics guy. I'm like, yeah, it's all comics people on there with like, well, it's 2 comics people, a musician, and another like just general media person. So the Panda Saber, I was literally just, oh, okay, I thought it was just called the Panda. Where can I listen to your D&D podcast? Sir Superheroes Twitch page. We have a 3-shot coming up that's going to be every other week starting this Friday. And we also have a weekly series that happens that is starting in early 2023. You're dangerous. I know! I'm 1,000 away from a million. I'm this fucking close. I need to start researching hair colorists to be able to get the fucking streak, man. Isn't healing with the Force considered a dark side quality? My housemate introduced. It can be. Light side healing is definitely a thing because that is a compassion for all beings. Dark side healing is very specific and it uses somebody else's life force to drain into someone else. Like you're basically just funneling it from one person to another. That's what people theorize that's what Palpatine did to make sure that Anakin stayed alive, is that he funneled Padme's life force into Anakin, and it's almost straight up confirmed in the books. Did I miss something? Yeah, for 1 million, I'm putting the Jason Todd stripe in my hair. Do you talk about Star Wars with Matt and the D&D gang? No. No, I don't. I don't talk about Star Wars with really anybody other than Panda Scarlet, really. And she is very much fucking Star Wars'd out. So I am very much just sitting over here like, Star Wars shit. Hell yeah. That's what Palpatine did with Rey and Kylo to heal himself in episode 8. Yeah, basically. Natural white stream. I'm so jealous. When I was growing up, I actually wanted just straight white hair. I wanted my hair to just fucking white it out. But I didn't want to like platinum dye it. I just wanted it to grow naturally like that because I thought it was cool as shit. What is the company with the saber named after you? Starforged Sabers. It's the same shit. Hold on. Oh, right. I should also mention, the Starforged Sabers gave me a sound profile that's really fucked up because this is well, listen to the sound. Those are screams. That is That is an Anakin killing the youngling sound profile, and I cannot... I don't know where they got that. They just gave it to me, and I thought that was fucking hilarious. It's so fucked up. Oh, God. Okay, I missed a whole bunch of shit. Hold on. I need to find my sound profile.
When you ask for
Nope. Nope.
You're in a position
Nope.
of power now.
Revan.
Nope.
The Dark Lord, Revan.
Nope. There's so many sounds.
Denied by creatures
Bad.
No Jedi.
No.
Look what I have risen.
No. That's not it.
Whispers of power. The teacher, the second, the learner, the Dark Lord, the champion, serenity, idol, hatred, dark ages, cyber terror, codex of light.
Luke Skywalker. Final step.
Rey Skywalker.
Every Jedi who ever lived.
Is that it? That is it. This is mine. This is the one I usually go with. And I love this specific color of teal. This is my fucking lightsaber blade. Yes, it did also say Sailor Moon. That is also one of the options. What the flippity fuck are these sounds? Do you... Here's a good question. Do you guys want to hear some of the fun sounds that this thing can make? Because this thing is fucking ridiculous. Immediate. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's keep moving, and I'll stop at ones that I know are fun, because a lot of them just sound like lightsabers. Here we go. Damn it. Nope.
300 years ago, I found
Nope.
you the general to Mace's royalty.
That's just Leia. Alright, this one's weird. Is it? No, that one's not weird. Hold on.
Darkness.
Nope.
Hello there.
This is just... You know who this is. You know what this is.
I've become more powerful than any
Nope.
Jedi. You will take the throne.
I need to find the fun ones.
Harambal, of course. As a cunning warrior.
You were the chosen one.
And he was a good friend.
You were my brother, Anakin. I love you.
I think this is still just Obi-Wan. I think this is young Obi-Wan, though. I don't know.
The dark sword.
Oh, right. Oh, there's so many. I love this shit. This shit makes me so fucking happy. Hold on. You know what? We're gonna do something fun. We're gonna turn off my main light. By the way, this is what all my lighting setup looks like when that's not on. So then when I turn this on, it looks cooler.
You're hard to get rid of.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
Not even the younglings survived.
Oh yeah, this is that. This is the youngling killer sound profile. It's terrible. It's bad. It's a really good sound profile, but it is horrendously fucked up. What is this one again? This is the one that sounds broken. Is that super awesome? Yes. It's very fucked up.
We're just clones, sir. We're meant to be expendable.
Not to me.
I think that's the... This is Plo Koon's lightsaber, I think.
Water.
Right. Yes, that does sound... That is an Atla. That is an Avatar The Last Airbender opening. And that's because this... is just a water sword. It makes water sounds. It's still going. Hold on.
A new power is rising.
Don't know.
Revan never fell.
This is light side Revan.
The Dark Lord.
That's dark side Revan.
I will not be undermined by creatures bred in some laboratory.
This is the racist saber. Where it's got like the deeper hum to it and everything. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then that probably sounds very, very weird. I don't know. Let's try it. You can't see it very well. But if I show it in the reflection, you can see this is a rainbow saber. Do you see that? Yes, that was Skull Kid. I don't know how.
I am no Jedi.
You know who this is. You know her. You love her. Oh, come on. Hell yeah. You see, all right, the cool part about the saber is that like the lights turn on at different speeds. So like, hold on. Wrong side. Here we go. So it extends really quickly, but it goes back in so slow and it's so cool. All right.
Look what I have risen above.
Old Obi-Wan. There's so many Obi-Wans.
I am Sailor Moon.
Ah, this is the one you guys came for. This is the one you guys wanted. It's still rainbow. Hold on. I can give it a magic wand tip. Bink. It's great. The sounds are like sparkles. It's great. I love it. It's so much fun.
Whispers of power.
These ones get weird. What color is this? This looks orange. I can guarantee you it's not orange. And it's so bassy.
The teacher.
These are just basic.
The second.
Still basic.
The learner.
Basic.
The Dark Lord revisited.
This is Vader.
The champion.
I don't remember this one. It's pink, so that's something.
Serenity.
Also weird. Hold on. Why does Serenity sound so mad? Explain that to me. Why does Serenity sound so angry?
Idol.
Oh, this is... Did you hear that sound? It sounds like a sword. Right?
Hatred.
Come on. It's called... You know what this is. This is hatred. This saber's name is Hatred. Come on.
Dark Ages.
Alright, this one's weird. This one is weird. This is the one that made me think these are weird. There was no ignition. It just turns on. Saber. It's fucking... Sword sounds. I love that it just turned, like, this is just... I love this shit. It's hilarious. Alright, hold on.
Cyber terror.
This one's also weird. Drink water pack. I don't have a water bottle! Give me a minute. This one's called Cyber Terror. Again, it's so mad.
Codex of Light.
I almost used this one for mine and just changed the color, but those are the impact noises. What are those impact noises? What is this? I don't know. I don't get it.
Luke Skywalker.
You know.
Final steps.
Rey Skywalker.
The Force will be with you. Always.
I think this is old Luke. So many of these are so angry. Like, so confusingly angry. It sounds so mad. And it's so bright. How is green this bright? I think this one's mine. It is. And now we made it back to the one that I always use, because this is my favorite lightsaber color, because it's fucking bright teal, and it goes with the hilt. Alright. I'll put the saber away. I'll stop boring you. Back into your hilt. Alright. Lights are back on again. I've been being screamed at to get water, so I'm going to take a quick break real quick so I can go and get water so you can shut the fuck up, Invis! And I will be right back. Think. Alright, I have returned. Checking the chat for anything. Alright. Looks much warmer now. It's fucking cold. This is all technically in like the lower level of my my parents' place, so there's no fucking heating in here. It is a bitch. It's fucking cold, man. Do you like Percy Jackson? Alright, I never actually got into any of the YA novel crazes. Ever. Like, ever. I wasn't a Harry Potter kid. I wasn't a Percy Jackson kid. I wasn't a Divergent kid. I wasn't a Hunger Games kid. I only read Hunger Games after I think my grandpa recommended it to me. So I haven't actually... I was never any of those. Can you pick color from the sounds? You can pick color from the sounds. Also, it's Starforge. That's where I got my lightsaber from. They allow you to send a note telling Panda sent you. What's the Percy Jackson series when it comes out? Probably. I probably will, because my girlfriend was super into Percy Jackson as a kid. She still has all the books, so we're probably going to watch it regardless. Your rings are so good. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've been wearing them the whole time. I have 2 skulls and then a foo dog. Both of I got one at a swap meet and then I got the other at a Comic-Con. I wear way too much goddamn jewelry. Am I wearing? I'm also wearing a necklace too. How's your Scottish accent? Because you could probably pull off soap from the new Call of Duty. Okay. How many people are in here? 86? Okay. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. Me and Scarlett have a very long list of cosplays, of couples cosplays that we have planned to do because we go to a lot of conventions together. One of them that we have coming down the line is Soap and Baby Girlified Ghost, because she is going to go as Ghost, and she's like 5'2". So it's going to be really big Soap and really tiny Ghost. And I am so excited. I can't wait. Everyone since I started TikTok told me I look like Soap from Modern Warfare. Now that the re-release has come out, I'm getting a new swath of comments telling me I look like Soap McTavish. And I am fully aware. Is it even worse that I am actually Scottish? Like, I have my clan tartan in the fucking other room. My keys on me right now? I don't have my keys on me. My keys have my clan insignia on them. I am proudly Scottish. It makes it even worse. It's fucking great. It is hilarious. Douglas. The accent is 90% of your cosplay. It is. Otherwise, it's essentially just a Henley shirt and a scarf. I am Clan Douglas. How is your Scottish accent? Well, seeing as people still think that I'm from the East Coast, not great. Probably still sounds like a really bad Shrek impression, to be perfectly honest. That's a different kid. Did you get a different fucking kid? Thank you for the follow. What do you think about it? It has literally been years since I've watched it, so I am the worst person possible to commentate on it. I don't know. You know what? Actually, let me look up. McTavish lines. That's a different kid. Did you get a different fucking kid? Thank you for the follow. Thank you very much for the gifted sub, or the, yes, gifted sub. Haha! Do you like musicals? I'm very 50-50 on musicals. I don't really like musicals, but I like some very select musicals. What saber was the one you were showing? That's a custom one. I built that one. That one is one that I pieced together from their custom pieces. I actually did it on live once. But they do have a saber named after me that's very similar to that one, that's black and gold, called the Panda.
Did you get a different fucking kid?
I was really big into Hamilton for a little while. I liked the Beetlejuice musical. I listened to Hadestown for a little while. I tried The Great Comet, but I didn't really like it.
Did you get a different fucking kid?
I've watched and listened to a good couple, but I haven't really gone too deep into it because, again, I don't really like musicals all that much. I listen to some musicals that I like the story behind, and the music isn't too musical-y. Everybody and their mother has recommended me Holy Musical Batman, and I'm gonna be honest, the humor's not for me. I've watched it. It's not my thing. Did you say you're the guy who didn't like me? Ha 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 ha. Ah, ha ha ha. Yes. Have you watched Sandman? I did. I love it. Sweeney Todd doesn't count.
Yeah, call the guy.
Thank you for the subscription.
This makes, call the fucking guy.
Oh, your new Alfred Call the Guy hoodie. I'm perfectly honest. When I'm planning on revamping the store, I'm planning on taking the Alfred Call the Guy ones down. So get them while you can. How do I read the D&D webcomic? We don't have a webcomic. Have you seen any musical live? I went to Hamilton this year, and I saw Hamilton in my hometown. Oh, absolutely. Yes, thank you, Amy. Then I got it this last week. No, I assumed as much. That's what I'm saying, is like if you want one of those, I'm probably going to take it down sooner rather than later, so watch out for those. Hold on. I am trying to find... Wow. God damn. There is no fucking quotes from the new game on IMDb. Did you like Hamilton? I really, really liked it. My favorite character in the entire play is Aaron Burr, and I love all of his songs very much. The guy that I had that played Aaron Burr was pretty okay. There was a couple things that he didn't really hit the way that I wanted him to, and the guy I had who played Hamilton definitely was not a rapper. He was a classically trained musical singer, and all the singing bits that Hamilton has is great. But all of the rapping bits that he has was rough. It was rough. It was fun to watch, but it's very funny because it was like a guy. It was a guy who doesn't rap, desperately trying to rap, and it was really fucking hard to watch a couple of times. But the rest of it was fucking spectacular. The ensemble was amazing. So the opposite, yes, legitimately the opposite. It was like watching what Lin-Manuel thinks he sounds like. Doesn't really ever sing. Kinda?
That's a different kid. Did you get a different fucking kid?
You can... I'd say re-listen to Dear Theodosia if that's what you think. I know he wrote it for himself. So every day for 21 weeks. I imagine you hate the fucking show then at that point. I would hate it. I would hate it at that point if I had to listen to it so many goddamn times not of my own accord. I'm still desperately trying to find literally any Soap McTavish lines that I can use. Hold on, let's see if I find any on YouTube. Soap McTavish jokes with ghost.
Different kid. Did you get a different fucking kid?
Let's see if I can properly mimic the voice. I'm about to make a fool of myself on Twitch. It's gonna be great. What about Little Shop of Horrors? Still haven't seen it. Just do new merch designs with Panda logo colored in your tartan colors. Oh, that would be pretty cool. That'd be very cool. The Panda logo isn't really like filled in. That's the only thing that is be a little rough about that. Also, I don't know if I would want to sell my tartan colors. Get your clips ready. Oh god, this is gonna be terrible. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna keep this off of the screen because I'm afraid if I put it on it, if I ever put this on YouTube, it's gonna be demonetized instantly. Not even demonetized, just fucking taken down, copyright infringement. So that's
The Modern Warfare 2 campaign was great, but my favourite thing has to be when Soap and Ghost were telling jokes to each other. Here's every single joke that you can possibly get.
Worst.
alright. I have no idea who the fuck that was.
Call the guy. I don't care.
Thank you for the subscription.
Call the fucking guy.
Alright, let's see. I know he's got like a deeper voice. One.
2 legs and bleeds.
Don't tell me.
Off a dog.
I asked you not to tell me.
Don't tell me. I asked you not to tell me. It's not great. I have a bad Scottish accent. I asked you not to tell me. It's really hard. He doesn't really hit the K, but he does kind of hit the K.
2 goldfish are in a tank.
Go on.
One turns to the other and says, "You know how to drive this thing?" Little army humour.
Very little.
Another.
Why not?
Soap not
Why don't blind guys skydive?
Tell me.
Scares the shit out of their dogs.
I got one for you. Why don't shrimp share?
Why?
Because they're little shellfish.
Why don't shrimp share? Because they're a little shellfish. I can do it kinda. A little bit. If I had to on the fly at a con, it wouldn't be bad enough. I'm not gonna be able to step into the fucking role. I used to be able to do a Scottish accent perfectly because I would go to Highland Games with my grandparents all the time. Because we took a lot of pride in being Scottish. So we would go to Highland Games in our town all the fucking time. And at Highland Games, you hear a lot of people with actual legitimate Scottish accents because they go to those fucking games. And I used to be able to do it fucking spot on. But then fucking COVID happened, and now I sound like I live somewhere in between Seattle and New York. So it's not great. Have you been to Scotland before? I have not. I want to, but at the exact same time, I'm going to be perfectly honest. Scotland looks like if Washington was extended to an entire country, and I fucking hate the weather here, so I'm not sure I would love the climate of Scotland. I'm sure I would love to actually see the vistas and hear the people and experience the culture, but I think that the climate of Scotland would be very, very, very angry at me. Voice like that for Vol. Volath was intentionally not supposed to have an accent that was placeable. It was supposed to be just vaguely accented. It was supposed to switch in between accents all the time so nobody could say that he had a certain accent. Summer, very briefly. It's not terrible there in the summer. I will just have to go in the summer, I guess. What kind of weather do you like? Let's put it this way. Anytime that I've been to Hawaii, whenever I leave there, I have a legitimate bout of depression for multiple months. Because I should be somewhere where the sun is always out, it never fucking rains. And if it does rain, it's warm. And wind is warm. If I could go... Listen, I love the snow. If I could go somewhere it never snowed again, I'd be perfectly okay with that. Listen, I live in the Pacific Northwest and I've lived here my entire life. And I fucking despise this fucking weather. This shit makes me sad. I think I made... Back when Vine was a thing, I tried to make Vines when I was like 15. And I legitimately had one where I was walking down the street. It was like, welcome to Washington. The streets are gray. The skies are gray. The people are gray. The fucking cars are gray. The houses are gray. The goddamn grass is gray. Everything in this fucking state is gray. It annoys the shit out of me. There's this... you could color the entirety of Washington State if you filmed this entire place with a black and white camera and had a dark green marker. You could basically colorize any footage of Washington. Only take off so many before it becomes a legal issue. Listen, I would rather cook in the sun than freeze in the cold. Where else in the U.S. would you want to live? That's rough. That's very rough. Can I live somewhere not in the U.S.? That would be great. Can I not be here? That would be my best bet if I'm gonna be perfectly honest with y'all. When you were I was 6 months old when I was in Japan, so no, I ain't got no memories of there. Understand why I want to be cold, but like I can bundle up. Yeah, I can listen, I have this moral I have this moral fucking dilemma in my brain at all times. All the clothes that I look best in are cold weather clothes. Cold weather clothes look great. It's where I can wear pea coats and my suits, and it's where I can wear my flannels and dress shirts, and it's where I look the best. My fashionista side comes out. But god damn it. I would much rather step out and I would rather deal with the skin cancer and sunburn than have to wrap up every goddamn day. We have multiple seasons. Yeah, we have rainy, cold, and smoke. Those are the 3 seasons in Washington State. Unless you live on the east side, but then you have racists and nobody wants to deal with those. Got cooked as a baby. I will literally trade my entire life at that point. Smoke? Yes, smoke. When Eastern Washington lights on fire in the summer and all of the smoke goes pouring into the bowl of mountains that is Washington State and smokes out everybody. Yelled at by men on the subway, but not smoke. Yeah, smoke is a fun one. It's very regional. Listen, I'm decently sure that there's a portal somewhere along the mountain line in Washington that transfers from Western Washington to Eastern Washington, and Eastern Washington is somewhere in the deep south. Guaranteed. I don't understand it. I don't know how. There's a transfer. I have legitimately driven over the mountains and seen a wall. A like flatline wall of clouds of us leaving Western Washington and entering Eastern Washington, and the sun and a clear sky, and then a flat fucking wall of glitch in the matrix ass clouds. I swear there's a portal that just teleports you to the deep south somewhere. Oh god, everybody's screaming about where they live. They're coming for us. It wasn't a fucking energy crisis. Cheers. Like Ohio, but I have made the joke my entire life to teachers, friends, everything, that God made the earth in 7 days, and on the 8th he took the leftovers, balled them up into a shitty little mud pie, and threw it in where Washington State is now. Ones are from Kent, Washington State. And what about living in Amsterdam or somewhere like that? I don't know, man. The more I hear, a lot of European places are just like Washington in terms of weather, and that's my number one thing. If I can live somewhere coastal and warm, fuck yeah, absolutely, I'll take it. Or even coastal and blazing hot. Rain, slightly warmer rain, heat wave in September, really cold rain. Cheers. If you don't hear arguments, you're in danger. That means you're alone. That means no one can see you. Arizona, California is one for you then. Man, you have no fucking clue how much I've been looking for game companies that'll take me on somewhere else. Are you perchance a wee bit chill? A little bit. Have I ever worn a jacket on stream before? I have a heater back here, but it's sometimes loud, and I'm driving back to my other house after this, so... Yeah, man. Who would you cast as Superboy Prime? Who's Superman? And who's Lex Luthor? That is my entire... my entire decision rests upon that. Yeah, Valve and Bethesda are in Washington State. Yes, they are. Valve is incredibly hard to get a job in as an artist because 90% of what they do is software development, and I've applied for Bethesda multiple times. Listen, if you're going to cast Superboy Prime, you have to cast somebody who looks like Superman because Superboy Prime is just Superman. He is Superman from our world. So you would need to cast somebody who is a young equivalent of the actor that's playing Superman. That's the rule. That's my rule if you're going to cast Superboy Prime. And they need to be able to play fucking crazy better than anybody. If you look out your window, do you see Valve HQ? No. If I look out my window, I see fucking trees and overcast skies because this is Washington. I'm gonna send Panda some nice soft turtlenecks and sweaters from the P.O. Box and use the bar. I have so many sweaters that I wear during this fucking season. Like I said, all my good clothes are in the fucking winter. He sees bears. That's also true. I have seen a good couple of bears. I saw if you go far enough back on my TikTok, I saw bears in a fucking apartment complex once. That was strange. I really need to up that cooldown on that drink anything other than coffee. I have water. I've been drinking water. It's right here. The HBO Titans Super. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I give shit to Titans a lot. A lot. Deservedly so. But about eight out of 10 times, they nail it in terms of casting. Casting is pretty good on that show. Outside of Jason Todd, Batman, and Dick Grayson. Outside of most of the Bat family, the casting's pretty fucking good. That's a really good Starfire and Blackfire, and I would really think that guy would be a really good Beast Boy. The only thing that I really don't fucking like is the casting for like all of the Bat family outside of maybe Tim Drake. I have seen Doom Patrol. I really do like Doom Patrol. I didn't watch the most recent season. It got a little weird for me. You see, I didn't. And then I found where the water cooldown was, literally before this stream, and adjusted it to be less. And then 4 people have redeemed it during this stream. So I'm probably going to up it again. Congratulations, you lost your rights. I feel like the Bat family would be very hard to cast, right? It's really not. It's so easy to cast the Bat family. Alright. You get a gruff-looking white dude with a gruff voice for Batman. He needs to have a boxy frame. He needs to have dark hair. Easy. That's literally all you need to do. Boxy frame, gruff white dude with dark hair. That's it. Blue eyes, preferable. Doesn't need it. Most haven't. Preferable. Hold on. I have a dream cast for what's his fucking name? My dream cast for Batman, I swear to God, nobody's ever picked him, and it irks me. That is the wrong goddamn thing. What the hell is this? So you see, this is my setup. This is my Batman. This is the guy I would want to play Batman. I think that John Hamm has the best look for Bruce Wayne. I also think he can do the proper deep voice for it. This has always been my dream cast for Batman. Secondarily, you want to cast Dick Grayson? Cast somebody with curly hair, dark skin, and nimble frame. That's it. They don't need to have too dark skin, but he needs to be visibly Romani. He needs to be visibly be able to be different from Bruce Wayne. Mostly because we need the fucking representation, and I'm so goddamn tired of people whitewashing Dick Grayson. So how about you go hardline in the other direction and cast somebody who looks visibly Romani? That's thing number one. Number two, Jason Todd. Jason Todd just needs to look enough like Dick Grayson with a little bit more gruffness to him. And that's it. That's it. That's all you have to do for Dick Grayson. Get an attractive guy with an attractive guy with curly hair who looks like Dick Grayson. That's it. That's it. That's all you need. Tim Drake can literally be anybody. Just a skinny teenager. It's so simple. It's so easy to cast the Bat family, which is why it annoys the fuck out of me when it's done incorrectly. It's weird for everyone involved. Exactly. The reason that Batman took on a kid with no training is because he looked exactly like Dick Grayson. That's why he did it. Is because Jason Todd looked enough like Dick Grayson that he just took him in. Have his roots showing through dark hair dye for Jason. That's a potential. Panda Scarlet has headcanon that Jason is... This is mostly because of it's her thing. It's something that she really likes. She's always fan-casted Jason as being Hispanic, or Mexican, which I think would also tie together of making Bruce a terrible father. That he got Romani Dick Grayson, saw curly-haired Hispanic Jason Todd, and went, he looks close. He looks enough like him that I'm okay with that. And then now you have Batman being an even worse dad to Jason Todd, because he's a terrible fucking father to Jason Todd. Thank you very much. Those accidental microaggressions. Sorry, I'm reading all of these. I love the fucking swear jar one. That's great. But I think that would be great. Why is such a shit dad to like only Jason? The other is he's kind of an okay dad. Okay, here. Let me explain why I think that Batman should be a terrible father to only Jason Todd. Batman adopted Dick Grayson when he was 22. I am 22. This is if I adopted a 9-year-old. Think about that. I know emotionally, in my level of maturity, I am not fucking ready for that level of fucking ability. Like, that is insane. So when I think he adopts Dick Grayson, he gets way too attached, and he brings this kid into his world. They're fine for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden, the kid grows up, and they start bickering. They start fighting. Their relationship goes down the drain. And by the time that this kid is old enough to leave, by the time this kid's 18, their relationship is so sour, the kid doesn't want to look at him. He doesn't want to speak to him. He fucking hates him at this point. So in the 10 years, Batman is now 32. He's a 30-year-old man who just went through the hell of raising this child that he used to have a great relationship with that now hates him. But now he realizes that his life that he has set up requires that child in it, because he fucked up. He got too attached. He tied his brand too much to the brand that the kid had, and the kid's not there anymore. Enter this random kid, this random fucking nobody, who looks just like him, who reminds him just enough of him that he starts taking too much from this kid. He doesn't see a new kid. He doesn't see a new person. He sees the young version of the kid he lost. Not died, but the kid who went away. He sees a young version of him. So he does not see him as an independent person. He does not see him as anything other than Robin. You are my Robin. You are the Robin that I lost. And he takes that too much into him until the kid starts breaking the script. He's not enough like Dick Grayson. He treats him like him, he talks to him like he is, but he's not. He's just a different fucking kid, and that aggravates you, and you hate him, and you think that he's terrible, so you fire him. And then all of a sudden, that kid fucking dies fighting your fuck up. And all of a sudden it becomes clear. That was never what you thought it was. That was an independent child. That was his own person that you brought into this world, and now he's dead because you fucked up. And that's why when he goes psycho and starts beating criminals to a bloody fucking pulp, and Tim Drake shows up, he starts acting like a better dad after that, because he fucked up so bad with Jason Todd that now he has to be a good dad. Otherwise, he can't mentally handle it anymore. But that is exactly why I think Batman should be a terrible father to only Jason Todd. Because he didn't value Jason Todd as a human being. He didn't see Jason Todd as an independent person. He saw Jason Todd as a second Dick Grayson. And that's it. And that's why I stick to it. And that's also why when I'm like, oh, you should have Jason be Romani, and you should have Dick be Romani and Jason be Hispanic. Because then it hammers home even more that this isn't a new kid to Bruce. It doesn't matter to Bruce Wayne that he's not Romani like Dick Grayson. It just matters that he looks like him. It just matters that he's the right size. It just matters that he talks just enough like him for it to be passable. And the few times he breaks the script, it's not too bad that I can still maintain the illusion. Until he gets older. Until he starts talking back. Until he kills a guy because of his own morals. Morals that Dick Grayson does not have. And that is why I have that headcanon. And that's why I stick to it. And that's also why Jason Todd saw Bruce Wayne as a father. At the time that they were Batman and Robin, Batman saw Jason Todd as Dick Grayson II. As soon as Jason died, Batman realized that was a different kid that he just killed with his own ignorance. So when Jason comes back, he is hurt because his father abused and left him. And his father abandoned the only moral mission that he would have had after dying. That's the guilt that he feels. But that's not what Batman feels. What Batman feels is, I have a second chance with that kid that I lost. And that's also why when Jason starts killing people, he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute, you weren't like this. I don't remember you being like this. You're not supposed to do that. And when Jason says, this is who I am, you can accept it or you can fucking move on. Batman takes it so hard because he's holding on to the memory of this kid that he let down. He's trying for a second chance that doesn't exist. Jason Todd doesn't want a second chance. Batman lost his fucking trust. But that's my headcanon shit. That's why I have specific iterations of these characters. That's why I hold on to these very specific iterations of these characters. I guess I asked ill-timed because this is why I love you playing clips so much. You're absolutely amazing and dramatic and intimidating storytelling. Thank you very much. Dick and Jason's relationship pre-death. Dick almost adopted Jason when they found him. In fact, Dick wanted to adopt Jason, but Bruce got in his way and adopted him first. Jason Todd to Dick Grayson was kind of... They were brotherly, but distant brotherly. It's kind of like if you had already left home... Like, you turn fucking 19, 20, you left home, you're on your own, and then your parents have a new kid. What's your relationship with that kid going to be like? You're still going to love him, you're still going to be a family member to him, but, like, you're not going to be that close to him because you're not really around as much. Like, you're going to be closer to an uncle to them. And that's kind of what they were pre-death. They're a lot more brotherly now, but that's because beforehand they weren't really like that. Steal the kid. Essentially, yeah. Do you think that Jason would be insecure about some of his scars? Okay, I go back and forth on the scars. On one hand, I think that the scars really lend to Jason's character, and I think that him feeling the autopsy scars would be really fucked up and really hammer home what happened to him. On the other hand, stick with me here. Jason Todd, if we're sticking with the idea that Dick Grayson is Romani and Jason Todd is Hispanic, because this is something that I had a conversation with Scarlett about that I want to rant about. If Jason Todd had kind of light reddish brown hair that he dyed black to look like Dick Grayson, and the contacts that he wore like Batman does were colored to look like Dick Grayson, what if the Lazarus Pit took all of his scars away and made the hair dye permanent, which is why he never dyes his hair anymore? And now his eyes are just that color. What if those damages are now permanent, but now he woke up conscious in a body that isn't his? He woke up 3 years later with none of his scars, a different hair color, and an eye color that doesn't match. I think that would be the most fucked up thing, and it would also lend to Jason Todd thinking that he was reborn. Thinking that I'm new.
Albert, yeah, call the guy. I don't care how many this makes, call the fucking guy.
Thank you for the subscription. If he wakes up and all the scars are gone, so he has no autopsy scars, his knuckle scars are gone, all the scars that he got as Robin are gone. Can you imagine what that would do to you? And then, secondarily, imagine if the scar that he holds on to, the first scar that he gets as a new man, the first scar that he gets as the new man is the one where Bruce Wayne tries to cut his fucking throat at the end of Under the Hood. Wouldn't that be more impactful? That would be the ultimate reminder that he's never gonna understand you. He's never gonna respect what you said. And he's never gonna respect your opinion. That would be the most... There's no evidence that it removes scars, but come on, the Lazarus Pit's fucking properties change every 2 fucking days. For Harper being a Black Lantern, he uses his contract. I think that would be the most impactful thing, because then the first and biggest scar that he has on his body as a new man is the scar across his neck where Bruce threw a batarang through it to get him to not kill the Joker. That means that is the constant reminder that the Joker's life means more than yours to Batman. And I think that would be the most, not only would that be the most like impactful thing for Jason Todd's character, I think that would be a very impactful thing for Jason to go through and discuss and like how his brain would work with that. Nick is the knife to the back and through the heart. Exactly. See, I'm bringing you all in. I'm making you think about this shit. This is the shit that makes it so much more fucked up in my mind. If you think about the implications of every single thing that happens. I love it. Oh, and Brilliant Nimbus. With Dick being Romani, Jason being Hispanic, and Damian being Arabic, all the Robins aside from Tim have similar skin tones, which is very clever. That also frees you up for Tim Drake to be something different. So then when Tim Drake pops up, everyone knows that's not the same Robin. Robin's dead. That's a new kid. That's someone new. And that means that the role continues. And I think that makes it even better, because that shows that that superheroes never die. The people who inhabit the roles do. And that would be fucking incredible. Because Batman tried to fool the world by making Dick Grayson and Jason Todd look the same, so when he threw them out there, nobody would be confused. But then with Tim Drake going out there in a new costume, who looks different, who's obviously a completely different person, it makes it even more impactful to the world. That would be so fucking cool. And then when Damian Wayne shows back up again and brings it back to how it was originally, it would be even more. It would seem like a return to form where people would be very confused why this kid's so fucking violent. Where's Scarlet? At work, because she has a real job. Everyone just humored Batman, who believed that Dick Robin and Jason Robin are the same because no sane person mixes up a full group. No, they don't. They don't. And that right there, okay, Honey Bunny just said, but also in my opinion, everyone humored Batman who believed that Dick Robin and Jason Robin are the same because no sane person mixes up a fully grown 18 to 19-year-old with an underfed 13-year-old. You're right. You're correct. You want to know the only person that was fooled? Was Batman. Because he didn't see a new kid. He didn't see the second Robin. He saw a younger Dick Grayson. And since he saw a younger Dick Grayson, he thought everyone else would see the same thing. Because Batman's never wrong. Because Batman thinks that he is always right. Because Batman has been proven time and time again to be the smartest man in any given room. So he thinks that if he thinks something, everyone has to think that. Beautiful. Beautiful. That would be perfect. I feel like out of all the bad kids, the one goons fear the most is Kaz because she is silent, quite brutal without being lethal. Also, have you seen Cassandra Cain's Batgirl outfit? I'd be scared of that now. I don't even need to know she could kick my ass. Have you seen her? She has a terrifying force. If you could see any of her musculature, you're fucked. You're fucked because you would see her and immediately be like, oh, oh God, she's terrifying. You're haunting this house with your whiteness, Tim. I've seen multiple, like the Tim Drake in Titans is black, and I've seen a lot of Tim Drake fan casting as Asian. And I think that would be very good because if you have a very multicultural Bat family, then you don't have the overwhelming feeling of whiteness. Because, I mean, you look at a picture of the Bat family, you have British Alfred Pennyworth, Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson's usually drawn white, which is annoying, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Stephanie Brown, poor whitewashed Damian. It gets rough. Sent the Far Cry pointing white meme in the group chats. That's fucking great. That would be funny. Since he is from the Gotham upper class. I also don't know about the old Tim origin. Tim's origin is kind of up in the air a lot of the time. He can either be a Gotham native and be like Gotham middle class. Like Jason and Stephanie are the only two like street kids out of all of them. But if I always like to think of Tim Drake as coming from a similar class as like Duke. They're people who live in Gotham. They're not rich people. They're not people who got who got things handed to them like Bruce Wayne did. I love that every single one of the Robins didn't live a privileged life before Bruce Wayne. And Bruce Wayne doesn't understand the lives of people who are underprivileged. Because even when he was training, it was just a visit. At any time, he could say who he was. People don't have that out. And when you don't have that out, you need to do things to make your life better. He was in a gang, right? I mean, yes, but that was after his fucking family got Joker cast. Learning how to do karate and stuff to be like Cassie. We're both silent but deadly. Nah, that's adorable. Also, depending on where you are in New Jersey, there's a decently sized upper middle class East Asian and South Asian, East Asian population. Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's where I think Tim Drake is the most open to interpretation. You can kind of do anything with him. As long as he figures out who Batman and Robin are on his own, you can kind of have him come from anywhere, really. He's the most relatable out of any of the Robins. Like openly relatable out of most of the Robins. Jason Todd is a down on his luck street kid with a criminal father and a drug addict mother. Dick Grayson is a circus acrobat his entire life. Damian Wayne was raised by a league of literal assassins. Stephanie Brown is the daughter of a supervillain that is an active, actual supervillain. So is Cassandra Cain, who was also never taught to speak and taught how to dodge bullets before she knew how to say hi. The Duke Thomas and Tim Drake are really the only two relatable out of the Bat family, so I like the idea of them being kind of open-ended. I think Kaz and Steph being in a relationship, like in your skits and maybe headcanon, would do well in the main continuity, or rather has a possibility of happening, because personally I love and adopt it myself. I like the headcanon. I do it in my skits because I think that it makes sense for their characters. I don't know if they would really write that into the story, if only because burgeoning queer relationships in comics have a really rough start, especially if it's only between two pre-established superheroes. Alright, Tim Drake came out as bisexual and he started dating Bernard, who was a character from the 90s that not a lot of people talked about. And then when John Kent came out as bisexual, they gave him a boyfriend who wasn't a superhero initially, but became one. I would really, really want Stephanie and Cassandra, that relationship to happen, but I feel like it would be a very hard writing process for a writer, if only because I feel like there would be a lot of red tape involved. I would want it to happen very, very badly. I just don't know if it would. I think it would have the possibility of working really well, because a lot of people have that headcanon. I don't know if DC would adopt it, because they're two pre-established characters who would then get into a queer relationship, which is very, very touchy ground in the DC space. Exactly. Wiccan and Hulkling are not only from Marvel, where it's a little bit more... It's kind of expected that they're going to get together with another superhero. Wiccan and Hulkling were formed around each other. They came into being at the same time, and they were kind of written around each other from the start. You know, I don't actually know. I don't actually know if Harper Row is anything. Is she? I know that in the Young Justice series she is. I don't know if she is in the comics. Okay. I'm getting multiple people saying that she is, so. Okay, cool. Score. The original 4 Robins are Dick, Tim, Jason, and Damian. Those are the boys. If you want to count the original 4, it would be Dick, Jason, Tim, Stephanie. And then Damian got introduced later. But if you were just counting the male Robins, then it would be Dick, Jason, Tim, Damian. Stephanie is also a Robin, but was very short-lived because Batman was a very petty bitch when Tim left. Because, again, Batman was kind of a shit dad for a while. Bias. The cast seems to really like Steph in the new Batgirls run. I really, really, really want that to be a thing. I desperately want it to be a thing. I don't have a lot of hope that it will be a thing, but God, I want it so bad. In the time an earthquake cut off Gotham from the rest of the world. That was Tim at the time. That was No Man's Land. Was it No Man's Land? Yeah, I think that was No Man's Land. Duke was never actually Robin. He was part of a gang called We Are Robin that was kind of a community-led Robin, where it was like a whole group of Robins. But he never really stayed as Robin. He was in that group. He was kind of the leader of it. And then when Batman brought him in, he just gave him the signal role immediately, where he's like, I don't need another Robin. I need a hero for the daytime. I need people that need somebody that the people can be hopeful for. And he does still have very shit dad tendencies. He's not a great dad, but he has some moments here and there. Why did Tim leave? Don't think I ever had. I don't specifically remember why he left at that point. I remember he did leave and he left for a little while. I don't specifically remember why. It might have been because his dad died. It might have been because his dad died. Directly because Captain Boomerang had been let loose. I need to remember, what's Scarlet's favorite color? Orange. Whose name is actually Robin. Please no. Can we not do the real name is Robin thing again? It didn't work in the Nolan movies, and it didn't work when Tim Drake started going by Drake. Can we not? I don't want to make fun of you. I don't want that. That would be so rough. Do you think people would joke about Signal being the bad Signal coming to life? I think that might be like the local legend of it. He's where the Signal goes in the daytime. And Steph should be friends. They both have shit bio dads. Bruce was fuck you to them. They're both street kids and they both got murdered. I think, listen, both me and Scarlett think very deeply that Stephanie and Jason are best friends. But in sort of a brother-sister way, where like they're very antagonistic towards each other, but only they are allowed to be antagonistic towards each other. Taking her HF dolphin costume patch. I'm gonna make it the costume. Oh, that's adorable. She's gonna love that, and I'm not gonna tell her. I can't wait for it to show up. I have it's Batman and Robin Eternal, and Harper wears a suit in that. That was literally Dick's previously. I'm not sure. I'm not surprised she's fine. That Drake was a thing makes me laugh every fucking time. Yeah, and his color scheme was brown and yellow. Because people complained about the Red Robin suit being bad. It's great. The Red Robin suit is great. The Vegas suit is stupid, and it can sit right along Drake as being the dumbest ideas that DC has had for Tim Drake. Right alongside fucking future Punisher Tim Drake. Sorry, give me one moment. Right alongside future Punisher Tim Drake in the Vegas suit. There is a conspiracy theory board with pictures of different Robin. This is Batman's sidekick as a changeling. Yeah, because Batman makes it really, really a point to not look like he's aging. So that could potentially be a thing for him. Alright. But the cowl needs to go. Wrong! Okay, god damn it. Do you need me to... I'm gonna go into the same rant that I have given so many people about the Red Robin suit. I like the Red Robin suit. I think the Red Robin suit is dope as fuck. Cowl and all. The cowl is cool. Shut the fuck up. The cowl is awesome. I think that it is the perfect extension of where Tim Drake would go as a superhero. Because Tim Drake does not want to be Batman. But the superhero role that he creates is essentially Batman. He creates a superhero role that is essentially the extension of Robin becoming Batman. His suit is a virtual version of Batman. No Robin suit will ever be as bad as V-neck Nightwing suit. V-neck Nightwing suit is also cool. Shut the fuck up. I like that shit. The Red Robin suit is fucking cool because that cowl shows his inspiration of Batman without trying to be him. He's not trying to be scary. He's trying to emulate the bird that he's based off of. He's trying to make himself into a symbol without making himself a symbol of fear like Batman. I love the Red Robin suit. It's simple, it's iconic, it pays homage to every single role that that Tim Drake has ever aspired to be. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's no notes. It's absolutely perfect. And then you brought it to the New 52, and you fucking Rob Liefelded Tim Drake's perfect fucking suit. You gave him Vegas wings and a stupid big-ass mask and 13 fucking belts. I don't understand you people. It annoys the shit out of me. Because it's a knockoff of the... That's the point! You just fucking mentioned the point of the outfit. Jason's Red Hood outfit is supposed to emulate Joker's Red Hood outfit. Because he's doing what Batman did with bats. He's straight up ripping it off. He's trying to take the thing that caused him fear and pain and shift it into the thing that that saves him. That would be the point of the character. I do have the water. I can't see your comments. That Robin was a thing, his family was, and Batman trademarked it and gave it to a new kid. Exactly. And only later in life did Dick Grayson give his blessing to pass on the Robin mantle. He didn't do that when he just started calling Jason Todd Robin. He didn't. He just started calling Jason Todd Robin, and later Dick Grayson was like, I guess it's okay. That's why it's even more fucked up. What do you think about the... I'm not talking about game suits. All I'm saying is James Gunn needs to cast you as Lord Deathman in Peacemaker Season 2. I would do heinous things to be able to be cast as Lord Deathman in Peacemaker 2. I would do terrible, terrible things. Absolutely. Makes him look like Midnighter's sidekick. Tell me one fucking time Tim Drake has ever interacted with Midnighter. Those two barely interact ever, if ever. And if they do, it's never in that outfit. So I disagree fully. It's the opportunity to start making a whole legion of different bird-themed sidekicks. That's fair. That would be very funny. Thoughts on Jason and Titans? You don't want that rant. You don't want the things I am going to say. I don't want to be blacklisted from every Hollywood event ever for the things that I have to say about Titans, Jason. I don't. I don't like it. I'm going to put it that way. I am not a fan of what they did with Jason Todd and Titans, and I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's about it. Like 5-part rant on TikTok about his dislike. I think it's like, was my Titans video 5 parts? Jesus God. Or a story with this stream. Am I doing? No. Y'all are doing it. immediate simultaneous rants. Listen, there's a reason that I changed the most recent tab to just chatting instead of actually being like gaming or drawing or just drawing. There's a reason I changed it to just chatting. It's because this shit happens too much. As soon as I put Twitch on a schedule and started saying I'm gonna do this every week, twice a week, I needed things to fill time, and I could do art, but I don't always have this big ass rig here that I would use to do art on.
That's a different kid. Did you get a different fucking kid?
The actors, I'm not gonna touch on that. I would just say rant. Listen, I can't put ranting in the games category or in the what are we doing today. I can't put ranting for fucking 2 straight hours. I need a Red Hood live action movie already, and I have the perfect live action cast. Jensen Ackles. It's just AJ exists only to spike my blood pressure. Also, I've been tagged in a video, a TikTok, that is just a slideshow. Hold on, I'm gonna open my TikTok and I'm gonna show you the video. I've been tagged in this same fucking slideshow video so many goddamn times. Of Jensen Ackles' Red Hood cosplay. I've seen this. I've seen it so many times. And I'm going to say something that's going to make half of you want to burn me alive. That's a bad Jason Todd outfit. I don't like it. It's so loose. The eyes are huge. The domino mask is 5 inches thick. I don't like it. I think it's a bad suit. I don't like what it looks like. It looks great in animated form. That's not what it's meant to look like. Yes, with a few minor adjustments, it would look good, including switching the guy in the suit. I'm not getting into my Jensen Ackles is a bad Red Hood rant again. He reads the lines really fucking good. He just sounds 40 when he does it. Someone I trust assured me I would despise it for everything they don't do with Donna, and I don't have the DC whatever app anyway. It's on HBO Max, not on DC Infinity. Who should be Red Hood other than you? I have said this a billion times, and I'll say it a billion more. I think that the guy who played Finn in Star Wars would be a perfect Jason Todd. John Boyega. Yes. John Boyega is the perfect cast for Jason Todd, and I will never let that go. Ever. He would be inspiring. He would be amazing. Closer to what Jason should sound like, but even then he was already pussing it. Yeah, he was. He was. Dude, he has, in his entire acting career outside of fucking whatever sitcom he starred in to begin with, he has been too old. I'm getting too old to play Jason Todd. Jason Todd is 19! Listen, if it was offered to me, would I take it in a heartbeat and completely compromise all my morals? Absolutely. Absolutely. Without a second thought. They wouldn't even get through the initial description. I would just immediately take it. I might end up leaving like fucking Henry Cavill in The Witcher if I heard what they were going to do with the character if it was bad. But I would absolutely take it instantaneously. Romani 20-year-old. Listen, we have to throw out the Batman. If we want Dick Grayson to still look like Romani Dick Grayson, and not have him also like if unless we wanted Dick Grayson to also be black, which I think would also be fucking dope if they wanted to do that. We would have to throw out the idea that Batman cast them to look the same. Maybe for night. Oh, way too old. Nightwing's like 26. He's like high 20s. Oscar Isaac is like late 40s, I think. He is very much pushing it age-wise. I'm not gonna lie. But I have not seen somebody who would be able to do it better than him so far. I think John Boyega is my upper limit of Jason Todd. Honey Bunny, he's saying it to try and elevate my blood pressure. We've been discussing for a while. Guys. It's just X's AJ is trying to fuck with you. You don't need to respond. Bad Family stuff is cool, and I want to read it, but I know nothing about it or where to start or to learn the stories and stuff. Where would I say to start with the Bad Family? I started the Bat Family through supplemental material. I did not read Batman comics initially on their own. I read the 2005 Teen Titans run that had Tim Drake as the leader of the Teen Titans. Dick Grayson was in it a lot, and they went and talked with Jason Todd a lot, and it's around the time period of Under the Red Hood Jason Todd. So I really liked it. That's how I slowly got into the Bat Family, is I started reading supplemental things that had the Bat Family in it until I understood enough about them to start reading the mainline comics. And then I started going in through major stories. I would read trades of like, I don't know, I would read trades of major storylines that came out that had the entire story compiled into one. Was Scarlett's favorite Robin? No, Scarlett's favorite Robin is also Jason Todd. She has a Red Hood tattoo. On the Vixen and Zatanna webtoon. I don't read the webtoons. Is good, Bat Fam. That's probably a good place to start, to be perfectly honest. Red Hood patch too. Amy, you are going to break that poor girl. I am so excited. It's going to be great. Introduce the Batman comics via the New 52, the Court of the Owls. Yeah, honestly, I hate to say it, but the New 52 might be a good place to start for Batman. Hold on, I just need to... I'm pushing back the bile from saying that. That would probably be a good place to start for Batman, because honestly, the Batman stories aren't that bad. And they start pretty early there, and they kind of slowly introduce all the Robins, too. Panda and Scarlet could both cosplay Jason. Listen, one of our couple's cosplays that we're thinking of doing is tiny Jason Todd and very, very big Robin doing a tiny Red Hood and a big-ass Robin. A lot of our cosplays are joking about the fact that she is small and I am huge. We have made multiple jokes about potentially doing... You know, honestly, I would really like to play the... I actually have a Riddler staff around here. Hold on, let me grab something. This isn't even the only Riddler cane that I have. I have multiple of these. Because the Riddler is not out of the realm of possibility. I think the Riddler would be very fun to play. What do you mean more than one? I also have a secondary Riddler cane in my car that I was going to bring to my other location. How many bonk sticks do you have? First the lightsaber, now this. I use this to push the button to focus my camera. I wish I was joking. It's got a nifty little hook at the end there that allows me to just kind of go up and... It's a foam sword. It's not real. You cannot give me an objection other than the fact that he's old. Why do people keep casting old-ass actors for, like, most of the Bat family is supposed to be young? Do you think they would do Stephanie Brown movies? I think that Stephanie Brown is kind of a cult favorite character. I don't think she doesn't have fans. I think that her fans are very, like... They're a smaller community than most think that they are. So I don't feel like DC would hinge the success of Batman movies on a Stephanie Brown series. I wish that she had more recognition so she could. But maybe she would get a sort of situation like Duke Thomas did with the Wayne family adventures, where they got kind of a new lease on life because they were in that. Killer Croc and Baby Doll. That would be great, except I am kind of fat, so that would be very weird to do. Geriatric back frame like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy and SpongeBob. Do you have / want the Nightwing sticks? I want the Nightwing sticks. I have a small one that's from Arkham that only extends to about this long. But I desperately want like actual good Nightwing sticks that I could use. What comic run did you say to start the Bat Fam with? I honestly forgot. I said start with supplemental material. Start by reading Teen Titans. Start by reading The Outsiders. Start by reading Justice League until you kind of have an understanding on the Bat Fam. And then kind of just pick up major storylines. Start with the New 52 if it's possible. Box will be filled with a Scrimsig soon enough. You guys really overestimate how quickly people send me things to my P.O. box. I never got a green beanie. Ever. Not once. Even after I said I returned it. Like, nothing. The only right answer is Wayne Family. Wayne Family Adventures is good if you want a comedy angle. If you want kind of a slice-of-life comedy angle. If you want a real introduction into how the Bat Family acts, you would definitely need to, like... I don't know. Focus a little bit more on the comics, like the actual comics. What shade of green? That was not a challenge. He's a wrestler, not a muscle build. You guys have a very skewed view of what my body looks like. I can just fucking make you a green bean. Listen, I don't need a green bean. I was using it as an example. Chill. Okay. I'm at 2 hours and 4 minutes. I need to let my dogs out, and I need to get back on the road. I need to start driving back to my regular location again. But I had a lot of fun. Thank you for dealing with my ranting and my fucking lightsaber shenanigans that I had. It was very nice being able to see everybody. It was very nice being able to talk to everybody. Go check out the YouTube compilation. I posted it this morning. And I also have 2 different reviews of Black Panther out today as well on TikTok if you did not see those. So go and check those out if you have time. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for saying hi. Thank you guys for sticking around and listening. And I'm going to see you guys on Wednesday. I'll see you in the next